up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Sevilla versus Barcelona in La Liga. The final moment for, a lot of players, the manager, and the final match of the 23-24 season for Barcelona. And thank God for that. It's been a bumpy ride full of nothing short of failures, and let's get this over with as soon as possible. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so your regular kickoff time to end off the season. And this match will be taking place at the Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan, which of course is the home of Sevilla, and the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Javier Iglesias Villanueva, and on the VAR, it will be Pizarro Gomez. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona are currently sat in second place in La Liga on 82 points. After playing 37 matches, we have only 25 wins, 7 draws, and 5 losses. You look at our last 5 games in the league, 4 wins and 1 loss. It probably will end in a different way, either 4-1, 1 loss, or maybe a draw in there or a loss. Anyways, Sevilla all the way down in 13th place on 41 points. After playing 37 matches, they have 10 wins, 11 draws, 16 losses. They lost their last 3 games in the league and having 1 draw and 1 win. Apart from that, look, in this game, as you can see, it's not the typical graphic. I'm too lazy to do that because this is the last game. We have absolutely nothing to fight for. The only thing we're fighting for in this game, to be honest, is Ter Stegen getting the Zamora trophy. So later on today, Athletic Club will take on Rayo Vallecano in La Liga. If they do not keep a clean sheet in that game, if Unai Simon does not walk away with that clean sheet, and Ter Stegen gets a clean sheet in this game, Ter Stegen wins the Zamora trophy, which is wild to me. And of course, if Lewandowski scores, 8 goals in this game, he can win the Pichichi. Like, there's nothing to fight for. We are just here for the vibes, for the last moment of Xavi and some of these players, and we're just hoping not to get humiliated per se. So we'll wait and see how things turn out. There is maybe, Pichichi ain't gonna happen. Zamora trophy would be, nice way to end it. We can at least have some sort of representation at the gala ceremony. What was it, like in September and October? So we'll wait and see on that. But that's really the only thing that Barcelona have looking forward to this game. And only if, of course, Athletic Club do not keep a clean sheet later on today. So we might even go into tomorrow's game having 0 to fight for. But there is that silver lining a little bit of the Zamora trophy. But let's see how things start out. Again, we're finishing second place no matter what. I think Girona won yesterday against Granada 7-0. So they're going to be, I think, 1 point behind us. So either we will finish 1 point ahead of Girona, or we can make the points difference. Doesn't really matter at this point. We can lose this game. It's not going to change anything. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Sevilla. If you think I'm actually doing an analysis, you're absolutely out of your goddamn mind. Of course, it's the last game of the season. What am I going to analyze? Their last 3 games. Like, they lost the last 3 games. We beat them in the first game, I think, in October. 1-0 is a tight game. And, of course, who scored? Was it Mark Wade who scored? No, he scored against the club. It was an own goal from Sergio Ramos, like in the 79th, 78th minute, something like that. Sevilla have been crap lately. They've sacked about 5 different managers. Garcia Pimienta, the former Barca athletic manager and the current Las Palmas manager, is going to leave Las Palmas at the end of the season and join Sevilla. So that's going to be a big sell for them. Their current manager, Quique Sanchez-Florence, I don't know if he's going to leave or he's going to get sacked, or whatever the case may be. But Sevilla have been crap this season, again, for their expectations. But they're a good enough squad, and players have, helped them to survive fairly well this year. They weren't like in a relegation battle like they were last season. But you know what? They're not that great of a side. But in their home stadium, in the final game of the season, anything can happen. Now, of course, the main story around this match is on Xavi Hernandez, who is bidding farewell to Barcelona following his sacking yesterday. And he did release this letter on Instagram, which I think is, important to read because it just shows how much he cares for the club. He came out saying that, "Dear friends, Sunday on my stage as on the bench of Barcelona will end. It was never easy to leave the club of your life. I'm very proud. After 2.5 years at the head of the dressing room, it's been like a second family. I want to thank the fans for the support and affection who have always been by my side and have shown me the same love at all times in my footballing stage. From Sunday, I'll be one more from the stands, another one in the Olympic Stadium, maybe in a few months, another one in the new Camp Nou. Because before I was a player or even a coach, I was a Barcelona fan, and I only want the best for the club of my life. Worked with a great group of players and with an awesome staff. Thanks to all of them, and we have been achieving a proposed objectives. Culminating from last year's league and Super Cup double. This season hasn't gone the way we wanted it, but we've let it go and we've helped grow the new generation of young footballers from La Masia that inspire all the Barcelona fans. Thank you so much to the fans, the players, the staff, the coaching, the club employees, the president, board directors, sporting directors, the media, and everyone from whom I shared the journey over the past 2.5 seasons. I wish you all the best, and I can carry you in my heart. Long live Barcelona. I mean, you cannot get more emotional than this. And then following today's training session, Xavi went on to the Villanova camp, the Sevilla Rundown camper, on the training pitch by himself, just walking around and basking in the glory of the training. I don't know, man, but it's some sad stuff. I mean, he wanted to leave, stayed for the love of the club, then got sacked. I mean, it's tough out here. It's tough. And if you think this is tough, wait till we get into the press conference. Like, bloody hell. But it's going to be the last game of Xavi. Very, very sad the way it's ended. But hopefully it will not be the last of Xavi at the helm as a Barcelona manager. Time now to get into the final press conference of the season and also the final press conference of Xavi Hernandez. Of course, his press conference this morning at the Sports City. He was asked a question about the media, about his sacking, the future of Barcelona, his thoughts of his term. Hopefully, it's not his last term as the manager. So let's get and see what Xavi had to say this morning in his final presser of the season, and of course for him as well. Came out firstly asking about the situation, stuff like that. I said, look, I'm fine. There have been, difficult days. I've had a clear consensus. I am proud and happy to have been here for 2.5 years. Today, I spoke with the staff and the players that I think we can be proud because it's not an easy situation. We have given everything. We have been men of the club, and a good job has been done. Although this year the objectives were definitely not met. The experience has been spectacular, and learning has been tremendous. I want to finish the best way possible and enjoy the last game as well. Coach of Barcelona, which has been an honor and a pleasure. On the meeting with Joan Laporta, he said that yesterday we spoke with the president. He told me the reason why he believes the coach needs to be changed. I can only accept it. He is the one who makes all the decisions of the club. I will always be at Barcelona's disposal. We shook hands, a hug, and a wish each other the best. I will be another culé, and I wish the president, the sporting director, and the players all the best of luck. On his departure, they have decided that this because they believe they need to change of direction at the club. I was still motivated and had my ambition intact with the squad, but it couldn't be, unfortunately. On his return in the future, said I would like to. This is a club of my life. I've always been through the roller coaster of emotion. I hope I can be given the opportunity to return. I do not imagine this as a goodbye, but I have no choice but to respect it. Whether he will forgive the last year of his contract, said this will not be a problem. I've said this numerous amounts of the time. I'm not a hypocrite, so there's the answer to that. Whether his coaching staff give it up is the question. On the farewell of legends at Barcelona, I said, look, it's not a question for me. It's a question for the president, for the sports director. I would like to have left in other conditions. I believe this is the project I was excited to continue, but that is a question for them, which will probably know when they do the presentation for Flick why they sacked Xavi. That's when we're going to have an idea. So we'll wait and see on that. Xavi then was asked of any discrepancies between him and Laporta. I said, look, I'm grateful to the president, and I have not had any problems with the leaders. I'm a man of the club, and I've always adapted to the circumstances. The president gave me his reasons, and I have no choice again but to accept his decision. Again, Xavi did not mention the reasons why, and we will probably know again when he announces Flick in their press conference. And then on his conversation with his staff, said, look, I've always been honest. I've explained to them the reality and the president's motives. I will always have the honesty with the footballers. It's gone well. The reaction has been spectacular, and both publicly and privately, with their support for the staff. Again, even a lot of players came out on social media thanking Xavi. Who did I say off the top of my head? Raphinha, Ter Stegen, Cancelo, Pedri, Gavi, Roberto. Yeah, those are just a few I can remember off the top of my head. Xavi on the season, to this year we have not have been completely competitive. This season has not been right for Barcelona. On the reason for his dismissal, he said it's a question for the president. Must answer because they are the ones who make the reasons. I have no choice but to accept it. So I think that's very professional and very strong from Xavi to not actually give the reason and rather let Laporta come out and give that reason. On his learnings, what he learned, that I have made very important decisions. I do not regret anything. I've been very honest and sincere. I give my all. We have worked it with honor and with the love of the club. Then he was asked on injuries, say that we haven't had the fortune, of course, but I don't think this has been the main reason. It's clear that this hasn't helped us, of course, but it's been in our hands and we failed. So again, Xavi not really blaming injuries per se for the results and stuff that's been happening this season. On to return to Barcelona again in the future. So look, I haven't thought about it. Now I want to go out and have a break. We love this club, and I hope to get the opportunity to work here again in the future, as it is, of course, the club of my life. Then he was asked on Rafael Uste. Before the training session, he had a big hug with Rafael Uste as he was coming out the corridor. Of course, in the media, it's been quite clear that Rafael Uste was a huge supporter of Xavi. He wanted him to stay throughout this whole entire situation. Xavi said, look, he's been a very special man. He has given us the confidence until the last moment. With Rafa, grateful for him, as well as the president, Deco, and all the people who I have worked with. Finally, he was asked on whether his dismissal was fair. He said, I don't think I have to evaluate it. The club knows my opinion. I have been very clear from day one. It is not good for me to publicly give my opinion on whether it's been fair or unfair. So again, Xavi always there thinking about the club. So then, the press conference ends and he sits there and says, thank you for everyone, to the media. He said, look, you might not believe me, but I will miss you guys, of course, to the media. Says Visca Barca, waves, and walks off. I mean, bloody hell, man, it is... I can't with this, but that was a hard to watch, but, it is what it is. I guess you can't really do anything else. And that concludes Xavi's press conference for the final match of the season and his final match as the Barcelona manager, hopefully not forever. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best to predict his lineup. It's going to be very difficult to predict, in my opinion, because will he go fairly strong? I spelled prediction wrong. Should I change it? I'm too lazy. Will he go fairly strong? Will he, rotate as he should? Got Copa America and Euros coming up for the care of the players as well. It's a 50-50, and I think Xavi is going to go with this lineup on the screen right now. I think I'll go with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Koundé, Kubarsi, Inigo Martinez, and Joao Cancelo. Midfield three of Christensen, Gundogan, and Pedri. In the front three of Yamal, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. I think he will go full strength. To end off on a high note, to really cement his, legacy as a Barcelona manager. I really don't see too many changes. I think maybe Fermin Lopez could have a decent chance of starting the game. He's been performing very well as of recent weeks. But again, with no squad list, we don't know the fitness of Araujo. I think he's going to probably rest Araujo at this point. He kind of just played him against Vallecano the Montjuic to give him the last game of the season at home. I don't think he really played this game. Again, simultaneously, could absolutely just fully rotate the squad and give a lot of other players opportunity, which I wouldn't be mad about. But I don't think Xavi will have a mixture of both. I think he'll either go full strength or go full rotation. I have gone with the full strength as my prediction for his final match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach, and I've done the complete opposite of Xavi going into his last game as the Barcelona manager. I have gone with a fully rotated side, and you can see the lineup on your screen right now. I would go with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Hector Fort, Inigo Martinez, Mikel Fey, and Marcos Alonso. Midfield three of Romeo, Roberto, and Fermin Lopez, and a front three of Ferran Torres, Victor Roque, and Joao Felix. I will say this though, if Ter Stegen cannot win the Zamora, I would throw Inaki Peña in goal. And to be honest, if there is a chance of him winning Zamora, I might maybe even play a bit of a stronger back line. But I just gone with, fully rotate, give some of the players like, Felix who could leave, Ferran who could leave, Romeo who is leaving, Alonso who is leaving, let them, rinse them for minutes. We're paying them, so might as well get them out there and rest, the key players, and hopefully they do well in their national team tournaments. But you know what, we can see Mikel Fey get his first minutes of the season, and I want to really see Hector Fort at right back, Ferran out wide on the right on his natural position, Victor Roque up front from the get-go as well, Joao Felix on the left. I think it's a good, exciting, balanced squad as well, with, there being a bit of excitement. So this will be the lineup I was like for this match, but of course, in the comments down below, let me know if you'd rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? As you can see, I've gone with Sevilla winning. Look, whether Xavi was leaving or not, I was always going to predict Barcelona to lose. A final game of the season, away from home, nothing to fight for. It is all set in stone for a loss. Of course, last season, the last day, we lost to Celta Vigo. The season before that, I think the last game of the season was against Villarreal at home, where we lost that, if I'm not mistaken. So last game of the season, the Barcelona got nothing to fight for. We always lose it. So I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this game. Hopefully now with Xavi leaving, there's going to be an extra incentive from the players to go out there and try and get a result. Again, does depend on the lineup as well. If he goes fully strong, I think, we can definitely get a result. With it, of course, being Xavi's last game. But if he doesn't do a little bit of rotation or heavy rotation, I don't see Barcelona getting out alive. Again, this Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan, difficult stadium. Sevilla at home are dangerous against the top sides. It's their last game of the season at home, so they want to leave their fans off on a high note. Jesus Navas is going to be leaving. Quique Sanchez Flores is going to be leaving. So everyone's got farewells and stuff to fight for. So it could be an interesting match. Both teams, play a fairly even lineup, but I'm pretty confident that Barcelona will. I'm pretty sure confident Barcelona will not win this game. We could definitely get a draw, but if we do win this game, I would be very, very surprised. But my official prediction is a 2-0 loss to Sevilla. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that was a match preview for Sevilla versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, send me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi will go with? What would you go through the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the final watch along of the season. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me and watch the game with me. Xavi's last game, players' last games, all that stuff. Of course, follow Strat for the match, buy my match review. And of course, on Monday, I will have my season review video dropping as well. So join the excitement, subscribe, drop a like, join the stream as well tomorrow. It's going to be fun, and I'll see you guys then for that. Take care, and Forza Barca. Yeah.